For our final project, we decided to do an analysis of Pizza Ranch's organizational behavior. My name is Parker Van Hall.
And I'm Devin Schofield.
Pizza Ranch is a well-known Midwestern restaurant franchise built around buffet-style dining and a strong community-centered identity. It started in Hull, Iowa in 1981 and has grown to more than 200 locations. The company intentionally focuses on serving mid-sized towns and prides itself on its loyalty, teamwork, service, and hospitality. In this presentation, we'll explain how Pizza Ranch's leadership style, community involvement, and employee engagement shape its organizational behavior. We'll also highlight its main strengths and weaknesses and conclude with recommendations for improvement.
So first, I'll start off with talking about the leadership and organizational culture. The leadership at Pizza Ranch is heavily influenced by its Christian-based mission, which focuses on values like service, integrity, and hospitality. Because the company operates as a franchise, leadership does vary from store to store. However, many franchise owners use a servant leadership style, which means they prioritize the needs of employees and customers to create a supportive work environment. We also see transformational leadership where leaders inspire their employees by connecting their work to the company's broader mission. These leadership approaches help reinforce the culture and encourage commitment among employees.
So, community impact and stakeholder engagement. Pizza Ranch has extremely strong ties to its communities. Every location regularly participates in fundraisers and partnerships with local groups. For example, the Vermilion store hosts donation nights with AWOL, where volunteers help with tasks in the restaurant, and Pizza Ranch promotes these on their social media. These actions align with corporate social responsibility because they show the company making positive contributions to society. This community involvement builds loyalty, strengthens the brand, and keeps customers coming back.
So to talk a little bit more about the internal aspect, we're at employee involvement. Employee involvement is a very major part of the culture at Pizza Ranch. Managers typically encourage open communication and give employees opportunities to take ownership of their own work. The research we found showed that when employees feel involved, they're more motivated, they perform better, and they're more committed to the organization as a whole. Pizza Ranch also values its internal promotions, which helps retain employees and reward effort. Overall, the culture creates a positive environment that benefits both the workers and customers.
So there's always strengths within a company. One of Pizza Ranch's biggest strengths is its organizational culture. Employees are generally supportive, collaborative, and focused on hospitality. A clear example comes from the Vermilion location, where staff regularly handles large, unexpected groups without complaints. The employees communicate quickly, help each other, and adjust on the spot to maintain quality service. This shows how well the culture works in real life situations and how adaptable leadership can be.
Another one of the larger strengths that we found is its regional brand recognition. And Pizza Ranch already has a very strong reputation in the Midwest. The company has been able to grow while maintaining consistent menu offerings and a family-friendly atmosphere that you can bring anybody to. This regional identity helps build brand loyalty, which means customers know what to expect and appreciate their community focus. National competitors often struggle to build this kind of local connection, and this loyalty helps Pizza Ranch maintain stable revenue and repeat customers.
With strengths, there's always weaknesses. One major weakness is the inconsistency between different franchise locations. Because stores are independently owned, management styles, training quality, and employee experience can vary a lot. Another concern is the company's Christian-based mission, which could create inclusion issues for employees from diverse backgrounds. Like many restaurants, Pizza Ranch can also face industry-wide staffing challenges, including high turnover and difficulty filling positions.
Another one of the bigger weaknesses we found is that Pizza Ranch's presence is limited mostly to the Midwest, and while it's super strong regionally, it lacks national recognition. And this limited reach can restrict growth, make the brand vulnerable to economic changes in the Midwest, and kind of reduce its ability to compete with larger chains like a Pizza Ranch or Domino's that have that nationwide distribution and marketing.
So here are some recommendations to address these weaknesses. First, to address the inconsistencies, Pizza Ranch could implement a standardized leadership development program across all franchise locations. Improving communication through daily pre-shift meetings would help clarify expectations and responsibilities. The company could also strengthen its inclusion by showing more intentional support for employees from diverse backgrounds. Employee motivation could be improved by offering small incentives like gift cards or other recognition programs. Stronger training programs and upgraded technology would also help bring more consistency across all locations.
And to kind of address the geographic limitation, Pizza Ranch should take a strategic approach to expansion, where market research could help identify areas with similar demographics to current markets such as Colorado, Wyoming, or Montana. Expanding gradually into suburban areas near the Midwest would also allow the company to extend its reach without losing its cultural alignment that everybody loves. Another effective approach would be a cluster strategy, meaning opening multiple stores in the same region, which would help build brand visibility, reduce distribution costs, and strengthen its overall marketing impact.
Some OB critiques is leadership shows transformational elements. Culture is a major strength, but has to stay consistent between all franchises. Training is very strong and deepens the employee empowerment. Stakeholder engagement aligns with CSR theory. And one key challenge is scaling the culture during expansion.
So, in conclusion, Pizza Ranch's leadership, community involvement, and employee engagement are all very major contributors to its success. Although the company has a strong culture and brand reputation, it does face challenges with consistency across franchises and limited geographic reach. By adopting a stronger leadership development program and a more strategic expansion plan, Pizza Ranch can continue to strengthen its culture and improve long-term performance. The company has already a super strong foundation, and now the goal is to build on it in a consistent and sustainable way.
Here are the sources that we use for this presentation and our paper.